going live on YouTube. Takes a moment. There we go. All right, we're all here. Welcome to Scleroderma Town Hall number 3. And today we have Kathy, we have Amanda, and we have Dan. So everybody's waving hi, which is great. And Kathy's almost about to be, I don't know what the heck they call it anymore, but it was almost like she was like freezing and coming back, like slow-mo. So we left off number 2, practically where we left off with number 1 of the town hall. I don't know how much has been done since the last time we met. I know we talked about the groups. And for those that are listening for the first time, I'm just going to have you introduce yourselves, explain, your condition, how it got started, where you're up to at this point, and we'll take it from there. So, of course, Kathy, we're going to start with you since you started this all off from day one.
Okay, my name is Kathy Griffin, and I had scleroderma since 1995. I had hyperpigmentation, losing my hair. I had joint pain. I had trouble eating. I would get full after a couple bites, and my intestines were not working. They were coming to a complete stop. So I went to my doctor. He sent me to a rheumatologist, and the rheumatologist goes, "I think you have scleroderma," I never heard of. And then he did a blood test, and he sent me to a dermatologist, which they confirmed that they did 2 biopsies, and it confirmed I had scleroderma.
Okay. All right. And you're also a support group leader, is that correct?
Yep, and I'm on the board of Scleroderma Delaware Valley chapter. Yep.
Okay.
I'm on board.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, Dan, we're going to go to you next, since you're our Pennsylvania guy.
I was diagnosed with scleroderma in '99, and I had lung involvement. Very gradually, it got worse until 2018 when I needed to have a lung transplant. And pardon me, I underwent a double lung transplant in 2018, and kidneys failed after that. I'm doing kidney dialysis at home. I could go on and on and on about all what took place between 1999 and 2021, but those are the basics. I'm dealing with scleroderma now, and right now particularly I'm dealing with a lot of fatigue and lightheadedness, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on there. But I've been dealing with scleroderma since 1999. I run the Scleroderma Central Pennsylvania Support Group. We hold our meetings the first Wednesday every month. Okay. So we'll be having another one. I believe it's October 6th, and you're all invited to join us.
Okay, so that's 2 weeks from this Wednesday. Okay,
that's correct. Yes.
And Amanda, we picked you. You came in last. You get to be the overall explanation.
I can do that. So I was diagnosed in 2019, and I had noticed that my hands were really, really swollen, and I couldn't fit my rings on my hands. So I went to my doctor. My doctor, having known me, basically since I was a kid, was like, something's wrong, and sent me to a rheumatologist. So I deal with a lot of joint pain. I deal with swelling of my fingers and skin tightness. I'm actually off all my medication right now, and I've seen increased skin tightness. And I had just gone to my rheumatologist, and like my oral aperture is actually getting smaller. So I just got that news just like 2 weeks ago. So I've been dealing with that. I am a support group leader for virtual, like online for young adults at 30.
Okay. And we picked Amanda to be last on it because she is the youngest of the group. So scleroderma can happen at any age. And I forgot to reach out to my one friend. Now I did reach out to Kimberly Kravitz, of course, but Kimberly's a news reporter and journalist and anchor and stuff, and she's very busy, and I think she's just getting over a celebration. So if she pops up, I'll be happy she does. But now I have to understand what's going on. And she's probably right back. If she's not back to work yet, she'll probably be back to work soon. But I've been trying to get her on here to try to address this TV-wise. Now, the reason why I started doing these scleroderma town halls is I have someone special that's in my life and was diagnosed in 2016. And this person has been my rock, has been, guiding me through everything I've gone through in my personal life. And before we go any further into that part, off camera, I discussed with our guests a little thing that's going on with me. And I'm going to say to those that are watching and listening to this podcast that are naysayers, thinking that what's going to go on with me is not going to happen, I think twice. Because this podcast doesn't make a lot of money. So this podcast is not stopping me for applying for disability. This podcast is not going to limit me to what I'm going to do from this point on. And just because what I did and what I've done is going to interrupt that, the answer is no. So for those that are thinking, or that are constant listeners and are going to reach out to me, don't even try, because I don't want to hear it. I've dealt with all the naysayers over the past couple weeks, and I've been done with them to the point where anything that goes on now from this point on will not be the greatest. But this was all planned before this incident with me happened. So back off on those. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I just had to get that out there because, like I said, with what was going on over the weekend with me personally, was getting on my case. So I want to clear that air to those that are listening to this podcast that I know that are going to say something. So, all right. So enough on me. So I think as of last time that we talked a month ago, I think, Kathy, we said there was 400,000 cases.
Well, you know what? We just had a leadership day on Saturday with national, and there's right now, give or take, there's 330,000, give or take.
330,000. Okay, so it's a little bit lower than what we thought. Okay.
Yeah, it's give or take 100,000. They're not really sure because there's a lot of people that have it that are not diagnosed yet.
They're not diagnosed yet. Okay, and then and the National Scleroderma Foundation conference that was here in Philadelphia, I think you said.
That was a couple of years ago, but this Saturday we had a leadership virtual for.
It was a virtual leadership conference. Okay.
For 4 hours on Saturday. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and Dan, were you part of that leadership conference too?
I attended, yeah. I didn't catch everything, but I was there for some significant seminars, which was nice.
Okay, good. Amanda, did you go, or were you the lone one that said, "I'm sorry, I'm not ready for this yet"?
No, I was away for the weekend at a bachelorette party, so I could not attend.
Oh, you weren't in Atlantic City by any chance, were you? No.
No, we were in Wildwood.
Amanda, I'm picking on you because I was in Atlantic City. And the person I mentioned earlier, she was down in Atlantic City too, but somehow I couldn't connect to her fast enough.
No, I was down by Cape May, so.
Oh, so she was south of us. Ooh. Now, Cape, I've been wanting to go to Cape May for a long time.
Cute.
But,
Yeah.
So right now they're doing the leadership. I mean, Dan, I don't know if you agree with me. I think that the foundation is like up and coming. They're trying to go forward into the 2000s.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
if Kimberly Kravitz hears this, which I will put her on the spot when I post this out, because I invited her, like I said, to come on to chat with you and let her ask you questions, and because with me it's just been almost redundant. But let me ask you this, guys, and I'm thinking this for the next time we do a Scleroderma Town Hall. I was mentioning to Kathy earlier, my last podcast, I had a business and embodiment coach by the name of Melissa Martin. And we did a 55-minute chat, literally. Would you be open to have her come on and maybe give you ideas that you can present to your group and how to make your, maybe give maybe something that would help your groups?
What is she like? And like, what does she really do? Like entail?
She just came up with a system called Align Your Life, and so on. So it's kind of like, how can I explain it?
Is it like meditation and stuff?
It can be.
Okay.
Yeah, it can be. But she talks more on how to get your mindset better. Almost like a business perspective. And
can she do it for people that, what I'm curious about knowing, can she do it for people that have a chronic illness and they fight it every day?
You know what? I'll talk to her about that. I think we did.
Okay.
I think I did mention it. I did think in the podcast I did mention something close to that. Because this would have been something I think she would like, because it'll give her something that she can learn and maybe, like I said, give maybe give suggestions on how people living with scleroderma can still really enjoy themselves without worrying about why my hand, why my skin's tightening up, and why I can't do the things that I do. Like I said, it's a thought I'm going to talk to her about.
Okay.
Because, like I said, because she's like I said, she's a business coach as well, and like I said, check out the podcast and get an idea, Kathy. And you can always, what I'll do is I'll send you the link afterwards. When I send you the link for this one, I'll send you the link for Melissa Martin. Check it out, or check out the YouTube channel, because it's on YouTube as well. Check that out, and then reach back out to me and see if that you think that she would be because I think sometimes we need that extra encouragement.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. Because we can only do so much where we got what the cards we have to work with. And I always think if you bring somebody outside in, like you guys brought me from outside, even though I have somebody that was diagnosed with it, but bringing somebody outside and, letting them hear your story, like I bring out. And I even said to Melissa, I said, everybody has a story. And she told her story as well. I mean, she was, she hit rock bottom, like I would say I would, or I could be right now.
But I think for us, I mean, for chronic illness, we need somebody that's going to build this up and give us perspective and keep us positive. And that's what we
She's
need.
very good at that. I will say that. She does texts about it. And Melissa's getting a free plug out of this today. Like I said, she was great. Amanda, you would think if you saw her, you would think she's as young as you are. Believe it or not. But she's a great person. We had a fun chat. And like I said, she I think in the podcast I did mention I don't know if I mentioned Scleroderma by name, but I did think about having her come on as well, and maybe giving like an encouragement for the groups and stuff. And those.
I think what we need to do too. I think we need to get more people involved and like in the podcast to watch it because to give them awareness of scleroderma because a lot of people don't know about it.
Yeah. And like I said, my friend Nadine, who just lost her mom to scleroderma a little over a year and a half ago now, I'm still trying to get her on, like I said, as well, for her to give her mom's story on it. But I don't know what time she gets off work, and that's why I tried this a little bit later than I normally would. But she never got back to me on it, so I'm gonna try to get her as well. There's so many people I do want to bring into it. Now, like I said, Kathy, you had spoke to, and we talked about this when it was just you and me in the beginning that led to these town halls. That you had talked to CBS 3's Stephanie Stahl about it.
Yep, it's on TV. Yep. Yeah,
it was on TV. Yeah, because Kimberly Kravitz does New Jersey Network News, which covers most of New Jersey for MeTV. The news breaks, though, I don't watch MeTV a lot to see if there's any news breaks for it. But no, I think for here they do 69 News up at Allentown. But like I said, Kimberly does produces a show called Jersey Matters with Larry Menti. And I wanted to get, like I said, I wanted her to come on and let her chat with you and fulfill her, not fulfill, but, enlighten her of this chronic disease and the importance it's starting to become.
If you want, if you would allow me, I would reach out to her because I could write her a book.
Oh yeah, I know you, Kathy. I know you could write 3 books on this right now, from all the talking we've been doing.
But I would, the thing is, I'm saying this for myself. But I got diagnosed in '95. There was really nothing about scleroderma on computers. Yeah. There was really nothing on computers back then.
Right. Yeah.
So you're looking at people that now, like my age, in their 60s or older, that probably had it since, like, younger than Amanda. You know.
Yeah. Poor Amanda's getting picked on here for a moment. Poor girl.
Because Dan, how long do you think you had it for?
He's at 99.
I was diagnosed right away.
Okay.
Like Amanda, my fingers were hurting.
Yeah.
That had happened every year for about 10, 15 years. In the middle of the winter, my hands would hurt.
Yeah.
And initially I went to my GP and he prescribed naproxen, which always took care of it. Okay. And it got to the point where I could just call him and say, my hands are going again. Can you send in a script for naproxen? And he did.
Mm-hmm.
And I would do that for, I guess, 5 or 6 years in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
But in 99, it didn't work. And
Mm.
I went to see him, and I looked, he examined me, and he took a look at my hands. And he said, I need to refer you to a rheumatologist. By the look
Sorry
on
about
his
that, guys.
face, I'm sorry?
No, my phone went off. We
Oh.
record this, so I apologize. Go ahead, Dan. I'm sorry.
By the look on my doctor's face, I knew this was something serious, and I wanted to make sure that my insurance was. I switched insurance. Before I had an appointment with a rheumatologist, I switched insurance, and I did not. I guess the pain in my hands happened in February of '99, and I didn't see the rheumatologist until August. So from that time period, from February to August, I had no idea what was going on.
Right.
All I knew was my hands were really hurting, my joints were hurting, and I itched all over the place. My back, I was just really itchy. And of course, I'd never heard of scleroderma either, like most of you,
Right.
prior to being diagnosed. So I had no idea what was
Right.
going on. And then finally, they did a blood test, and he immediately diagnosed me with scleroderma. So
Wow.
I guess I was lucky on that count, because I know a lot of people had problems with that. But and then from that point on, well, I guess initially he gave me a pretty high dosage of prednisone, which really helped with the pain.
Oh,
And
tell
I
me
was
about
able-
the prednisone. Oh,
Yeah.
I had that when I was in the hospital, and because now I wasn't diagnosed with scleroderma. Let me clear the air on that. I was not diagnosed with scleroderma. I have these people on because of the friend who's been very special to me, and this is kind of like my support for that person on it. So I was in the hospital in July, and we had to push the first town hall back. Amanda, you should remember that. I think we did it late in July because it was going to happen not long after the 4th of July. And I wound up going to the hospital the 5th and came out the 6th. I mean, they gave me prednisone. They gave me my albuterol. My heart rate was going through the roof. They originally kept me for the asthma, but they were checking the heart rate at the same time. And, like I said, I was getting prednisone and stuff. And so when I went to the heart doctor, just before we did that podcast, she said, "Oh, well, the reason why your heart rate's going through the roof is when all the albuterol they're giving you." I said, "Oh, no wonder why." And it was something I was starting to learn because when I was in the hospital, when I was watching TV, my heart rate was 100. And I was like, okay. But it's like as soon as they gave the albuterol inhaler or through the nebulizer treatments, heart rate was going up towards 110, 115.
That's because it's got prednisone in it.
Yeah. Yep. And that's what I learned. So
No, wait a minute for a second. Dan, are you on heavy dose of prednisone now because of your lungs?
No, I'm on hydrocortisone. It's a small dosage, but that's no, I'm not on prednisone now. No.
Okay.
That's good to hear.
And Amanda, are you on prednisone?
No, I'm only on a medicine for acid reflux and Raynaud's. I'm not on anything else.
Okay.
See, I can't take prednisone.
You can't. Now, yeah.
It makes me. I get very hyper and I start shaking. Yeah.
You know what? That's what I try to figure out because I'll look at my hand right now. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like it's shaking. Believe it or not, if I put it up here and if I turn it sideways.
Yes, no, that's the first thing they give scleroderma patients. So they give them prednisone.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't know if you can tell, but it to me, I'm looking like my hand is shaking. like my nerves are shot. And I've always been questioning it, but like I said, I was not. Unfortunately, I'm not saying unfortunately. I mean, I'm fortunate I wasn't diagnosed with scleroderma, but there's other health factors that are going on, and I've decided to actually put my health first for once, instead of I got to make sure this is done, this is done, this is done, and making sure this person's all right and this person's all right. I got to start looking out for me. I've been caring about everybody else, which, don't get me wrong, I didn't stop doing, but I actually just started to put me first. So hence what's been going on. I want to make sure if I got what's going on, I need to know. So the vaccine, I've got it, and I'm going for a colonoscopy in December, because I like I said, I want to make sure from head to toe. I got Katie. All right, guys, we have Katie. Let me see if I can get her on. Wait a minute. It's not letting me add her. Hold on. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Give me a minute, guys. Katie, we know you're there. I know you're there. I'm just having an issue with the platform. This is a first, guys. Since we've been on StreamYard, I have not had any problems with this. I love this platform, so don't get me wrong. It's just trying to... Maybe it's because she didn't come on time that it's not... There we go!
Yeah, because you're right at the end, that's why. Now we just lost him. Because usually we're on for a half hour, so she can't get on, and he lost everything,
Oh.
Dan, I didn't know you were on the conference on Saturday.
Oh, no. I thought he was referring to the national conference in August.
No,
I did.
No, Saturday was on Leadership Day.
Oh, no, I wasn't on that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right, guys. First of all, I apologize to my guests that I got disconnected. I had a little issues with the platform. Katie, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you fine.
Fine.
Okay. I can hear you, but screen-wise, you were like frozen. Okay. She just moved it, so I mean everything's good there. All right, so Katie has also been on our town halls before. She was on the first one. Then unfortunately Kathy couldn't get on. Kathy can remember now like yesterday. So the first Scleroderma town hall we had, it was just Amanda and Katie and myself, and it was a fun chat, of course. And Kathy couldn't get on, and we're like, "What the heck's going on?" And then Kathy was like texting in the YouTube channel, like, "We're trying to get you on." And now Katie comes up. Now we had an issue with trying to get Katie on, and knocked everybody out. So, yeah. Katie, I apologize, and to everybody else, I do apologize that the StreamYard platform booted us for a moment, but it got us all back together. So, Katie, being that you're late now.
Yes, I was quite late. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. We'll just blame Kathy for it.
Don't blame her. She did everything she was supposed to. I got my register and everything.
Yeah, Katie.
Friday, I just completely lost my mind.
Katie, it's okay. It's okay. I enjoy picking on Kathy. That's all it is. It's just I enjoy picking on Kathy for it. Okay. You, even though you might have met other ways.
We did advocacy together.
Dan and I
have okay.
For years. Yeah.
All right. So, Katie, introduce yourself, and tell us your story all over again for those that never listened before.
My name is Katie Higgins. I'm the board president the Scleroderma Foundation of the Delaware Valley. I'm lucky enough to have a very mild case of limited systemic sclerosis, which is otherwise known as scleroderma. I was diagnosed in 2018. Despite being a mild case, I still felt it necessary to retire early because the stress of my job was making my health get worse. So I worked for over 30 years and I retired in October of 2020. Lately, I keep busy with trying to do things for the foundation, and I have 2 new grandchildren.
Whoa.
Beautiful. Two little girls, one named Ida and one named Sage.
Special shout out to them. Special shout out to them. Now you can tell they're on a podcast.
They're not old enough to care.
But you can always tell them, Grandma mentioned you in a podcast back in 2021, and it got on YouTube. Because this goes on YouTube as well as the podcast being on different platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Radiocast, all that. So Katie always has something to remember for her grandchildren to tell. So
Katie, I was talking to them about the leadership day on Saturday about getting awareness out for scleroderma.
Yeah.
Yes, we need to get the word out. It's a rare disease, and if you don't know someone affected by it, the word is difficult to pronounce. So people don't remember it very well because they have a hard time saying the word.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of like multiple sclerosis, only it's scleroderma. It's the first part of it is similar.
Right.
Derma means skin, and sclero means hard.
Right.
Hard skin.
And Katie, like I said earlier to everybody else, I am trying to reach out to somebody. I could say famous in New Jersey, by the name of Kimberly Kravitz, and she's getting all these free plugs today. She's not even around, but and Jersey Matters is getting a plug too while I'm at it, because she produces the show Jersey Matters with Larry Menti on MeTV. In the Philly area, it's Channel 3. In up where Amanda's at in North Jersey, it's Channel 2. So I'm trying to get her on eventually to chat with you guys and let her ask questions and let her be like the co-host I never had, and let her get some information about scleroderma that she could turn around and use on her show. Or if I can, I'll get Larry Menti himself. That wouldn't be a problem either. And have him, literally chat with you about it and so on. And so, Katie, you were on this national conference, or virtual conference as well on Saturday?
Yes. Once a year, the National Foundation has a leadership day where they gather the national board, the upper management of the Scleroderma Foundation, and all the chapter board members are invited to come, and as well as the leaders of the board. And it's a day when we work on trying to figure out new ways to revitalize our membership and our financial donations so that we can try to gather money to help with the research for scleroderma, also to support people with scleroderma by having educational events and connecting people with the correct medical professionals. So that's part of what we do. We educate, we support, and we try to advocate for scleroderma. Let people know that it is an autoimmune connective tissue disease. It's somewhat rare.
Yeah.
It's about 300,000 cases in the U.S., although there's more people now. There's probably a little bit more than that, but it's still considered relatively rare.
Yeah. Well, Kathy updated us on that count. I think she said it was 330,000 at this time plus.
Probably.
Yeah, that's what Kathy said. So, now speaking of fundraisers and everything good, and before we get to it, actually, anything new medical research wise that was presented?
Well, we had our first actual drug that was FDA approved for scleroderma. We have a lot of drugs that come from other rheumatic diseases and cancer and various types of diseases that are used for scleroderma, but there was one actual drug that actually approved specifically for scleroderma, and unfortunately my brain is not telling me what that is right now.
Oh, okay, that's okay. Kathy, do you know it offhand?
No.
No. Oh, okay. She missed that part of the meeting, Katie. Just to let you know.
They say the name once, and then and usually a really long name like Absinthe or both. You know, it's not both. Both has been around for a while, but there's some adalimumab or something. Anyway, it's an unusual one of those science names that are hard to pronounce. So I don't remember it.
Okay. Oh, it's okay, Katie. I still had to pick on Kathy again.
Okay.
Poor Kathy. Kathy's like, why is he picking on me? But Kathy's. I gotta thank Kathy, and I do gotta thank Katie in a way, and everybody else that comes on here. Kathy actually came to me through the executive director at the Scleroderma Foundation Delaware Valley chapter, because I reached out to him, and he says, I got this great personnel, will be happy to do your podcast and everything. And as soon as Kathy came on, one thing led to another, and here we are 3 town halls later. You know, we would never think that scleroderma is being really brought out a little bit more at a time. And when I actually tagged these podcasts on the podcast end, I always put scleroderma. Or when I post it onto the Life with Joey Cava website, Life with Joey Cava blog website, it'll come up. I tag scleroderma right on it. So if anybody's on the website and doing any searching, if they type in scleroderma, they'll see 4 podcasts on it, you know, or 5, you know, depending on the one personal one I did in the beginning. But this was one goal that I had been working on, was to bring out scleroderma and you know, have it come out into the forefront, and having, you know, people like you on and explaining your stories and everything, because I always say everybody has a story. So the person that I mentioned, I've told them, matter of fact, the person's told me, I've got to listen to one of your podcasts one day. I said, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, all you got to do, they're like, I got to check out the YouTube version. I said, all you have to do is type in scleroderma or my channel. It'll show up. It should show up. Matter of fact, I'm actually going to test that later on, just for the heck of it, on YouTube, and see if these podcasts show up on it. Because being this is the 4th one we've done, and we are going to go to a 5th one in October. We're just going to figure out when. But so there is a drug approved by the FDA. You said, Katie?
Yeah, there's a new drug that was recently approved by the FDA specifically for scleroderma. We have a lot of drugs that are used for scleroderma, but they originally came from other types of medicine. For example, Rituxan, which is a monoclonal antibody, which targets B cells. It's used to decrease the immune response. been used in scleroderma for several years, but it actually started out as a chemotherapy
Okay.
for lymphoma and other types of cancer, so blood cancers usually. So as time goes on, try drugs for different reasons, and they find they also work. Some of the other drugs, like methotrexate, that was, I believe it was chemotherapy first, and then arthritis. Now it's used for all kinds of
Okay. Great.
there are a lot of drugs. They're just not specifically made for scleroderma.
As of this time.
Yes, as of this time. And the thing about scleroderma is that you can have a mild case, but then someone else can get scleroderma, and with 4 months, they're having difficulty walking. They're having holding pencils. They can't move. They can't take care of themselves anymore. And it can get better, but always. Some people get so bad they have to have a lung transplant or be on a medication where they have to get medicine with them everywhere they go, and they have to use oxygen. And it can really affect your life a lot. Really change your lifestyle. Make it very difficult.
Yep.
And I had told you guys before, I had a classmate by the name of Nadine, and her mom was diagnosed with scleroderma for years, and her final year she was in a wheelchair with an oxygen not oxygen mask, but the tubes.
Yeah.
So she had passed away about a year now, year and a half. So like I said, hopefully the next one we do, we may be doing a little later at night, maybe after the dinner, just after like the dinner hour, if we do it. And I'm going to try to get that person on as well. Now I also have to watch how many people I have on with this platform, because after a certain number of people, I get charged for it. So I'm trying to keep my costs low, of course. But StreamYard's still great.
Well, we have shopping at Bosco coming up on, I believe, Bosco's, what's it called? Friends Helping Friends.
Yeah. Yep.
Our shows, one September 25th at Nifty 50s in New Jersey, right, Kathy?
Oh, Katie, you took the fun out of it.
Oh,
I was going to let her do it. I was going to have her bring it up in about a minute.
I have to get the plug in. I've got to get.
Yeah, I know. We were going to get it.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Take it
All right. Kathy, let's do it your way.
I think Katie did a good job.
Yeah, but Katie was actually cutting out, though.
But
Katie's actually cutting out when she's been talking. I just haven't said anything.
Okay. There's a car show this Saturday in Nifty 50s in Blackwood or Turnersville, New Jersey on Route 42. And it's from 10 to 1, and all the money raised is going to scleroderma research.
Okay, great. So
and so if you want to be, just come in see the cars, it's nothing. For a car to register, it's $20.
Okay, so anybody that has an antique vehicle or a great car that they want to show off, go to the Scleroderma. Is it on the Scleroderma Del Val
website?
Yep. Okay. All right. So go to scleroderma.org, reach out to the Delaware Valley chapter, and you'll see a link for the car show. And you want to register your vehicle and show it off. Kathy, be happy to hear from you. And
yeah. But right now I have I'm very happy. I have a person coming from Connecticut that I haven't seen in over 30 years.
Wow.
He saw it on Facebook, and he said that he is coming, and he has an older truck, and he's coming. And then which I'm very happy. And then I just talked to a woman. She has scleroderma out of Maryland, and she is coming, and she's letting people know.
That's great. So,
Yeah.
like I said, we're slowly getting out there. Like I said, I'm trying to do what I can to, bring people on to bring it out more. And Katie, I was mentioning earlier to the group, I just did a podcast with a business and embodiment coach named Melissa Martin, and she. It was a fun chat, and we mentioned. In fact, I think I did mention scleroderma to her, and I did say I would like to have her on one of these town halls so that she could talk to you and maybe give you guidance on how to, how to make not saying how to make the groups better, but maybe give it an enhancement to making them stronger. Maybe does that sound better?
Who to contact?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. Katie is getting cut out.
What I said was she could perhaps let us know who to contact.
Yeah.
Oh.
Get more help.
Oh.
Yep.
She's a business. She started this new program. It's called Align Your Life, and it's a whole system on. It's first she's always a business coach. So if you look at it for this, business type wise of the foundation, I mean, yeah, Melissa Martin's a great person to reach out to, and I could always give Kathy the email to her. She's also on Instagram at the Melissa Martin, and Melissa's getting a free plug out of this, which is still great anyway because she's a great person. She was fun to chat with. But she brought a lot out, and I think if she was on one of these town halls, maybe she can enlighten you guys a little bit more, and I mean keeping you in that positive level, but making you stronger than you think. That sound close enough to write on it? Like encouraging.
Like I said before, we need somebody that's going to be positive and give us, because we all have chronic illnesses. Where do we do? Where do we go? We need people that we can reach out to too.
Yeah.
You always need that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll reach out to her. I'll reach out to her later on about it. And then when we decide to do Scleroderma Town Hall number 4, and I let Kathy know, hopefully we will not have 5 of us on here. We'll have 6 of us on here. It'll either be either I can reach out to Nadine, the classmate who mom had passed away from scleroderma, Melissa Martin, like I just mentioned a moment ago, or Kimberly Kravitz. I'm tired on top of it. I've been running around like a chicken with his head cut off. So, quote unquote. So yes, definitely check out the car show if you're in the New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware area. It's at the Nifty 50s in Blackwood / Sicklerville, New Jersey.
No, /Turnersville.
/Turnersville.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kathy. I forgot all about Turnersville part.
Yeah.
I think when I reached out, when I went on the Nifty 50s website, I think they said Sicklerville though. But it's Blackwood / Sicklerville / Turnersville. So and
it's on Route 42.
On Route 42, that's right. Because I actually looked up Nifty 50s on the website, and I was thinking about that for a night out. Because there's 2 here in Philadelphia. There's one all the way up the Northeast, and they just opened up a small one on Oregon Avenue. So it's a very good It's a very good restaurant, by the way. Very good place to go. If you want to feel classic, this is the place to go. So Nifty 50s even got a special plug too. So you can let the owners know that they got a special plug while they're at it.
They have great milkshakes.
Oh,
yep, they do. Yeah.
Great milkshakes.
I haven't. But the thing is, I haven't been there. I used to go to the one in Northeast Philly, and I haven't been there in about 15 years. I think it's been 15, at least 15. So,
Well, Nifty 50s is definitely known for the milkshake. Definitely.
oh yeah. I used to see. Now we're gonna go off. Now we're gonna go off real quick on Nifty 50s here. When the last time I went to Nifty 50s, before I stopped drinking soda, I used to have, and this is gonna sound disgusting to you guys, chocolate banana Coke.
Oh God.
Chocolate banana Coke.
That's disgusting.
I see. See, but you know what? You didn't taste the Coke. It came out more like chocolate banana, but it was really good though back then. And then there used to be a little ice cream place in East Brunswick. Used to call oh God, now Wrestlers, I think it was called, something like that. It was in the Brunswick Square Mall. Oh no, Farrell's. It was Farrell's. Now I remember. And I used to go there once, and I had chocolate Coke. And that's what started the chocolate Coke thing. All they did was just put flavoring into the Coke. That's all it is. But you couldn't taste the Coke on it. But I haven't been there in 15 years at Nifty 50s. And they do have very good food. I will state that.
Yep.
Very good food.
And we have plenty of parking for any make cars. Plenty of parking.
Yeah. Definitely reach out to the Scleroderma Foundation Delaware Valley chapter. Get your antique or muscle car or any special motor. Let me ask you this, Kathy. You open to motorcycles?
Anybody can come.
Anybody can come. Okay. So if you have an antique motorcycle you want to show off, reach out to Kathy and bring it to the show, because I know people that would come down for it, especially motorcycle. And so definitely. And so we're gonna stop out of here. Anything else outside of the car show in Sicklerville, Turnersville area this weekend that anybody wants to bring up? Dan, anything special with your group that's going on that you might want to?
Well, we haven't planned anything right now because of the pandemic, and the resurgence of the Delta variant, and so we're a little hesitant. But I got a feeling in the spring we're going to be. Usually every year we do a family fun day, and we bring in money from that for research and for the groups. But we have put it on hold for the time being because, like myself, I'm on immune suppressant drugs because of the lung transplant.
Right.
So I have to be very careful when I'm in a public place or hanging around with people. Mm-hmm. But we probably will do that in the spring. We're going to be discussing that at our next meeting, which is the first Wednesday of October. Also, Joey, I don't know if it's okay to do this. This has nothing to do with our group, but there's a men's group for Scleroderma that is held every third Wednesday of the month. And you can look into the National Scleroderma Foundation. They will put you in touch with the link for that. It's this Wednesday. Michael Bestert from Michigan and Jacob Davala from Dallas, Texas are the ones who moderate that.
Oh, and,
good. It's for men. And I think there's like 10% of the Scleroderma patients are men. And they sometimes seem forgotten, and this group is specifically for them. So just a little note to let people know about that.
Yeah, that was something I had brought up with Kathy time ago. And then when we had you on the first time, I was amazed. I was like, I didn't think men would be able to get it. I thought it was just, and I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not being sexist or anything. The way everything was looking it was mainly aimed at females at the time. And then when Dan came on, I was like, good. Good in the sense that it's not just diagnosed in, on one sex. Anybody can get it. And any age can get it. And poor Amanda's going to get picked on because she's the youngest of all of us. But it can happen at any time, at any age. we are coming up towards time. I thank you, everybody. Amanda, when's your next group meeting?
My next group meeting is October 7th, the first Thursday in October.
All right, so you're the first Thursday of every month. Kathy, when's yours?
I'll let you know after the car show.
Okay, well, you have to go to the car show to find out if you were diagnosed with scleroderma and you want to go to Kathy's support group. She'll let you know. Katie, you're a support group leader as well, right?
No, I'm not.
No. She's just,
I have enough to do. I'm not a support group leader at this time.
She's a president. She has enough to do on the board.
Maybe.
Yeah. I was going to say, she's just the one with the gavel right now. She's the one with the gavel. Okay.
Well, not really. Oh, we also have another car show in Delaware for the cure.
October 2nd. Yep.
October 2nd? Okay.
Mm-hmm. And that's you can look that up on our website. It's Delaware Valley Scleroderma.org.
Yep.
Kathy, you might want to repeat it because, like I said, Katie's been coming in and out.
It's October 2nd, and if you can go onto the website, Scleroderma Delaware Valley.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening to the podcast and watching it live on YouTube. My name is Joey Calvin. Thank you, guys. I will let you know when Scleroderma Town 4 will happen. I'm thankful that I'm able to help you as the best I can and bringing this out more often and getting it out more publicized. And you guys take care. Thank you again for listening and watching. My name is Joey Calvin. God bless you all. Take care.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Take care. I'll keep you guys updated on what's going on next. All right?
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.